Hey guys, Gina here, back with another collections video. And today we are talking about something that gets me super pumped up. My favorite thing to collect out of all Halloween is vinyl records. And that could be anywhere from old surf rock music to Halloween sounds or any kind of artist who came out with a Halloween song. If it's out there, I'm on the hunt for it. I always stop at record shops and ask them if they have any Halloween themed section or anything available, and sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. But whenever I do find it and it's something I don't have before, it's the best feeling ever. You know, every once in a while I will get on eBay, and if there's a really good deal or one that's sealed, yeah, sometimes I do splurge and I do buy those ones. But it's been a while because I have so much more fun going out in the wild and trying to find these things and saying like, oh my gosh, this one time I was searching through all this stuff and it was like right there and the little angel started singing, ah, and I found what I've been looking for. With that being said, I've got my Mickey Mouse today because we're gonna be talking about Disney Halloween records. The first record, and you guys probably all guessed it, is one that we all grew up with. It is the chilling, thrilling sounds of the haunted house. Now this is the orange cover. There was a white one, and I thought I owned the white ones, and I couldn't find it. And I know it's in there somewhere, but this right here is what kind of started it. When I was a kid, I had a little Fisher-Price brown record player from the 80s, and I would go in my brother's closet and I would turn on the record player and it would start with the eerie sounds and I would listen to that thing for hours, and then I'd go to my little tape recorder and I'd record myself doing spooky sound effects with my friends. And gosh, I wish I had those tapes. How fun would it be to listen to a little 6-7-year-old Gina going woo, and then chain rattle. And I know we were using like cups and spoons and bowls and everything to make like eerie sounds and stuff. What started this whole love for vintage Halloween vinyl all over again was I had a friend, Lydia, who is also my Halloween buddy, and she posted that she found this at a yard sale. And it brought back so many memories to me, and I told her that I used to have that as a kid, and the next thing I know, there was a knock at my door, and she said, here, you can have this. You guys, I literally cried when she gave this to me. I was just so excited. This was one of my best childhood memories, and it just brought a flood back of emotion for me, and that was such a good time I had as a kid. So Lydia, if you're watching, thank you again so much. Now the white cover is the one that originally came out, and that came out in the 60s. Then they did another release in the late 70s, and that is this orange cover right here. And then in the 80s, they added this sticker to it, and that was a re-release with some, you know, party hints and spooky stuff inside, and I will show you guys that right here. So it's got all these neat things that you can do to have a spooky party with your spooky sounds. Now this record's great because not only does it have spooky sounds, but it also has a spooky story in it. And this spooky story is just so much fun to listen to. I love the graphics that it's got. Now, this is concept art for the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. It's not the Haunted Mansion itself, if you know. That one is the one that my friend Lydia gave me. Then I actually found one in shrink a while back, which means that the cover is really good. But I was actually fortunate enough to get my hands on one that is still sealed, never been opened, brand new, and you guys, look at this. It even has Halloween special sticker still on it. It's gonna take a lot for me to open this one up, and I probably never will. I'll probably just keep it sealed like this because it's just so special. It's actually in extra wrap. So it's got a sleeve on it. Keep it protected. In the later 80s, they came out with a different cover. Probably trying to reach a new generation of kids. But this artwork on here is so awesome. Check out everything that's going on. This is probably one of the reasons I love music, but the artwork on these record albums is just so awesome. Here's the back. Bats and owls. There's a grave digger. And by the time they came out with this one, oh look at, there's a guy in the window. Ah, let me out. They changed it up a little bit, so it is not exactly the same record as the orange one or the white one, but it is fun. There are a few recordings of this online that you can check out to just search chilling, thrilling sounds of the haunted house. Turn the lights down low and listen for 20 minutes. It's awesome. If I come across it, my favorite thing to do is to obviously get the record sealed in its original packaging, never been opened, and so it's brand new and crisp and clean. That doesn't always happen because there's so many of these records out there, but they're all in every kind of condition you can imagine. But this next one I was able to get brand new, sealed in the package, same. And it is Walt Disney's Trick or Treat, Stories and Songs of Halloween. It also has some masks inside. I love when they put the bonus on the sleeve, you know, it's something a little extra to look forward to. So this is a story of Donald Duck and Hazel the Witch. And they actually have a cartoon of this. And then they have the Haunted Mansion afterwards. But I love this. And you can actually pick this up. I see this at yard sales sometimes. And thrift stores. Record stores. I just love Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Poor guys. They're gonna get tricked by Donald. And then Donald's gonna get tricked by Hazel. Definitely a fun record. This next record kind of has a story with it. I went to this estate sale with my husband and we were looking around and there was a bunch of vinyl records. And in the corner was a Haunted Mansion. I don't own the Haunted Mansion record. I've been wanting the Haunted Mansion record. Immediately I lit up and went straight for it. Now there were some other guys like kind of looking at the records, but I kind of squeezed my way in because of course I wanted it. And when I picked it up, the thing was falling apart. I mean, the seam was split, the edges were worn, the record itself wasn't even in a paper sleeve. I mean, this thing was falling apart, but it said 50 cents on it. And I was like, heck yeah, for 50 cents, I'll totally get that. So then I started looking through and I found another record, which I'll show you in a second. And that said like 15 on it. So I was like, ooh, $15. Well, that makes sense because this one's falling apart in that one. Well, anyway, so I was gonna go talk them down, obviously, because I'm not gonna pay $15 for the record at an estate sale. And it's not in the greatest condition, but I went to go up there and the lady was like, okay, that'll be $65. And I was like, $65? But this is only 50 cents. And she goes, no, that's $50. $50, you guys. This thing was like, I don't know, weeks away from going in the trash can. I mean, it was literally that bad of condition. And I said, $50? $50? No way. And my husband was like looking at me like, Gina, and she's like, well, how about $20? I said, $20? No, I thought this literally said 50 cents. And then he was like, oh, well, I'm not gonna let you have it for 50 cents. So funny because it's not like me to be very verbal like that. But my poor husband was probably as red as a tomato over in the corner. He's like, oh God. But I was like, darn it, my chance to get the Haunted Mansion record, and I walked away from it. But I didn't walk away empty-handed. I actually did talk the lady down because now she knew I was into some serious business, and I was like, see, honey, it did turn out. But I did end up finding The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, and this is one of my favorite cartoons to watch around Halloween time. And if you guys have Disney Plus, I think it's on there now, so you don't have to wait for Halloween anymore. You can watch it now. But it basically follows the cartoon story that they did. And it's got fun songs. And then it's also bonus has the story of Rip Van Winkle, which I really don't ever listen to. I know the story, but I never turn it on that side of the record. So it's always about the legend of Sleepy Hollow. But I just love this color. It's such a beautiful color to display at Halloween too, because there's not a lot of blue in Halloween decor. So this kind of gives it a nice pop. And I've come across just these sleeves before, so you can decorate it, frame it, whatever you want to do. This next record, I couldn't believe I found this because this record does not come up very often. It's almost as hard to find as the Haunted Mansion, but for those of you who love pirates at Halloween, I got Walt Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, the soundtrack of the famous adventure. This is such a neat record. If you guys can ever get your hands on it, I definitely recommend picking it up. And this is in really excellent condition as well. I think the record itself does have one scratch on it where it skips, which is really kind of sad, but the rest of the record is in really good condition. So it's got songs, it's got stories, it's just beautiful. There are a few other Disney Halloween records out there. I don't own them. I wish I did. Gosh, I would love to get my hands on the Haunted Mansion record. That would be so cool. I think my stepdad had it when he was a kid and he was like, oh, maybe I still have it. But I don't think so. I wish he did. I wish he did. And maybe he'll come across it someday in like a shed or something at his parents' house. Wouldn't that be awesome? I could finally own the Haunted Mansion. And that one actually has a couple different sizes. So I think there's like a small 45 and then a big 33. So gosh, you guys, I just love records so much. I'm gonna show you one more record that isn't necessarily Disney, but definitely Disney took over, started owning it. It's Star Wars, you guys. Now, this is not a Star Wars record. It's even better than that. You guys, this record is amazing. It's not Halloween, but you could play this at Halloween. It is so much fun. If you guys have never heard this record before, you guys have got to play it. It is like a boogie, disco, Star Wars theme. It's the best. And the artwork, of course, you know, look at those guys. They're getting down, getting down, getting down. Spaceships and suits and everything. Let's see. This says 1977, Meco, Star Wars and Other Galactic Funk. It is, man, I paid $8.50 at an antique mall in Iowa when I was visiting my dad. And I got home and I put this thing on. I didn't really know what I was getting into, but I just saw Star Wars and I think my husband said, oh yeah, Star Wars music, disco, whatever. No, this is a gem. They do have this downloaded on YouTube. I seriously think you guys should pause this video right now, go over, have yourself a dance party, and then come back and watch some other videos because this is so much fun. You will not be let down when you put this on. And the fact that I found it in a record, I found this twice, but this one was such in good condition that I didn't grab the other one. I left it for someone else to find and enjoy. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that record collection. I have many more records, so I'm gonna try to theme them up together and show you guys those, because we could be here forever with vinyl records. That truly is my favorite thing. If you guys are new to this channel, thank you so much for checking out my video. I hope you guys will click that subscribe button. If you guys are oldie but a goodie, go ahead and ring that notification bell to be notified when we have more collection videos or other videos. We have a ton of stuff on this channel, so stick around and check it out. All right, guys, see you next time. Ow, 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 ow.